Stay tuned. Coming up next on Battle of the Planets, G-Force masquerades in Spectra costumes to try and rescue Tiny from a prison in outer space. Can Mark disguise himself as Zoltar long enough to break Tiny out of prison?
I've really put in a cram course on Zoltar's voice. I hope I pass.
Or will the Spectra guards discover that Mark is not the real Zoltar?
We've had to land on an alien planet. We'll stop overnight for emergency repairs.
When will we reach? What did I just hear you say?
Mark's forgotten. He's using his own voice.
Be sure to watch this exciting episode coming up next. Battle of the Planets. G-Force, Princess, Tiny, Geoff, Mark, Jason, and watching over them from Center Neptune, their computerized coordinator, 7-Zark-7, watching, warning against surprise attacks by alien galaxies beyond space. G-Force, fearless young orphans protecting Earth's entire galaxy. Always five, acting as one. Dedicated, inseparable, invincible.
Center Neptune is located deep beneath the sea, but its eye is constantly scanning the universe for signs of any invaders or alien intruders from outer space. But when everything is quiet, I get a second now and then to sit back and relax. That was a marvelous book. I didn't have to look up a single word. That's what takes the time, you know. The men from the Department of Ultra-Cybernetic Engineering programmed me to read a book in 2 seconds. But if I don't know a word, I have to look it up, and that can often take 15 minutes. I think they forgot to program me for a tie line to the dictionary. Reading's a great way to relax. Which reminds me, I hope Tiny's relaxing on his furlough. Imagine, 2 weeks doing nothing. I'd rust clean away. But not Tiny, I'll bet. He's probably having a great time. I wonder if I can get him on monitor.
Hold it up, fellas! Hold it up! Whoa! Man, oh man, am I glad you came along. My van broke down a couple of miles back, and I've been walking this road for 3 hours. Would you believe it? You're the first wheels I've seen. You'd think this close to the beach there'd at least be surfers. Any chance you can give me a ride to a phone?
There's room for him in the rear.
Hopping back. You guys are lifesavers.
Move it.
Thank you. What? All I wanted was a...
Come on, you're holding us up.
We'll just beat the high tide.
Good.
This is terrible. Tiny has been thrown in prison, and because he's on furlough, he doesn't have his wrist communicator, so he can contact G-Force or me. Barracuda Island is a maximum security prison. Not only is it completely surrounded by water, but its walls can't be scaled without a lot of equipment. Maybe Tiny can convince them he's not a criminal.
I'm no con. Lay off.
All right, take over.
Yes, sir.
Your attention, please. We are from Spectra. The prison's in our hands.
That's ridiculous. We have 300 guards.
And we'll fight you to the last man.
Yes, indeed, and we should be getting to him in about 15 minutes.
I wonder what Spectra has in mind.
We want out! We want out!
You're free. Line up in the yard. Everybody out.
Security calling G-Force.
Ears on, Chief.
Spectra has pulled a mass break at Barracuda Penitentiary.
They're planning to move the entire prison population to another planet.
That sounds crazy. Why do they want a lot of hardened criminals?
You forget that most of them came from Spectra in the first place. You helped to capture and put most of them there.
What do you got in mind for us to do?
Get in there and keep that move from happening. We don't want to have to capture those men all over again.
Okay, we're on our way in, Chief.
For most of you, it will be going home to Spectra at last. For the others, it means freedom, a new life on another planet, and a chance to strike back at Earth, which imprisoned you.
Why should we trust Spectra? Nobody keeps promises to prisoners like us. That's the truth.
That's right.
Because we have use for your talents, and you'll be well paid.
There's no escaping now. Might as well go along and I'll try to make a break for it later.
Okay, we'll give it a try, because there's nothing worse than this. But don't cross us.
Be at the East Wall in 30 minutes. We'll issue you brand new uniforms.
They better not play games with me. One smell of double-cross and...
Wow! If I'd have known you were that strong, we could have busted out without Spectra.
I liked what I saw back there. You took care of some pretty good men. We can find a lot of spots for you.
Yeah? Well, sure. I got nothing much to do for a week or two anyway.
Always glad to acquire a good Earthman.
Oh boy, and my van's in a no parking zone. Zark has learned that for some reason, Tiny is being held in that prison. You've got to stop the prisoners from escaping and get Tiny out.
In other words, a routine assignment.
Whoever put the prison where it is wasn't exactly encouraging the drop-in trade. The only way in or out is the causeway, and then only at low tide. So they look at the tidal charts and cover it twice a day.
You're saying we use the main road, be daring, and pray a lot.
Yes, but there's a way to get close. There's the original prison site, with its old abandoned causeway. It was torn apart in a killer hurricane years ago. Maybe we can use the island for whatever ideas we come up with.
Well, I'm glad you're not thinking of a frontal attack.
I'm thinking more along the lines of ingenuity than daring.
A Spectra sub is coming to take them out at 6 o'clock. Somehow we've got to get there first. And if we do, will the tide stay out long enough for us to load them? We're going to have to pretend that we're from Spectra. No time to prepare.
I've been recording various Spectra voices for several weeks now. I've got at least an hour of Zoltar.
Princess, that's just the gimmick I needed.
I only hope the camouflage we're going to put on it stays on it.
Of course it will. Why shouldn't it?
We're covering all the lifting surfaces. It'll be no cinch to fly, even for an experienced pilot.
Which Mark is not.
Huh?
Ugly Zoltar.
Oh, I don't know. I think he looks cute.
I guess I fooled you. The big question is, can I fool them?
I'll bet none of them ever saw Zoltar.
Hang on to that thought, Princess.
All you have to do is speak softly. They know the good guys. Don't go far, you hear?
Practically pets.
They're better than pets. You never have to take them out for a walk.
You're great. You managed to stay cheerful.
I've really put in a cram course on Zoltar's voice.
I hope I pass.
G-Force!
See? That's what I was afraid of.
Now I see what you mean. It's not good.
What a time Tiny picked to get himself thrown into jail.
What's the matter with these Spectra tailors? Uh-oh.
I like what I see.
Hooray! Hooray!
They're due in 1 minute. On to Spectra! Follow me!
Flying standby?
Tide's coming in fast. Let's go.
Big Ten!
While Jason, Princess, and Keop are quickly putting up a stage setting that looks like a city, Mark is herding the Spectra men and released prisoners into the disguised Phoenix. It all seems to be going smoothly and exactly as we planned.
All the way forward. That's it. All right, move it, move it.
I didn't think this tub would get there in time.
You're not supposed to think. Just push on.
We were expecting a submarine. We discarded that after looking at the problems. We decided to go straight for a plane and on to Spectra. I see. I know the troops in the field are the last to hear. But why weren't we informed? What do you mean, not informed? I personally wrote the astrogram dispatched to you. Take off some weight and you'll be on time. Give me lean men.
What a terrible time for my master telecom contact to the Phoenix to go bad. I'll have to check my auxiliary monitor. I've never been able to get this screen completely clean since last Halloween, when a couple of young robots sneaked in here and waxed it. I've just got to get through to Mark. I think he's doing a beautiful Zoltar. Sounds exactly like the real thing. But will he be able to keep it up and fool everyone? The success of this whole mission depends entirely on Mark. Can he make all those prisoners believe they're being taken to planet Spectra? Uh-oh, I think I'm getting through to him again. Yes? Mark has shaded all the windows, and now he takes off on his daring scheme. Well, not his scheme entirely. I had significant input, of course.
We sure got a bad pilot. Wish I was up front.
Those are airplane tracks down there. Somebody beat us to it.
Mark's right back where he started, but with the windows covered, nobody knows. Now for the great deception. They place curved film screens on either side of the plane while its engines continue to run. Then, following my plan to the letter, inside the control trailer, Princess starts the remote projector, and when the curtains are raised, presto! Everybody thinks they're flying when they're really standing still.
We estimate 5 hours to our first interplanetary stop for refueling. So sit back and relax and enjoy your first hours of new freedom. Due in at midnight.
Approaching Spectra underwater complex, sir.
Couldn't do that in a plane.
I'm suddenly feeling sleepy.
Freedom does that to you, like fresh air.
Why are they putting us to sleep? And who's that guy with Zoltar's voice?
their side.
What are those buildings? I never saw them before. They weren't there this morning. Organize a landing party. Let's get over there. Yes, sir.
Boy, that was good. Nothing beats a short nap. 5 hours felt more like 5 minutes.
Hey, look. We're on another planet.
Free at last.
Sure nice.
Spectra would never land in the middle of an alien city. Maybe I stumbled onto something. Or maybe the whole thing's a complete put-on. I can't figure it out.
We've had to land on an alien planet.
What do you suppose?
It's a movie set.
Let's go.
We'll stop overnight for emergency repairs. There's accommodations for all.
When will we reach? What did I just hear you say?
I said it's only a temporary emergency stop. We'll be taking off again in the morning.
Mark's forgotten. He's using his own voice.
I know what you said. I don't like the way you said it.
Now listen here.
He knocked Mark out.
Why do you always underestimate us Spectra people? When you're bent on deception, you mustn't let your mind wander. You gotta be born mean to be Zoltar.
Poor Mark.
Everybody follow me! Break down the door! Reach! Whoever they were, they're gone!
I wouldn't say gone exactly.
Get 'em, men!
Tell your boss you're in control and it's okay to enter the base.
Everything's secure, sir.
That's good.
They had us outnumbered, but they couldn't match our firepower. You can enter the base anytime.
Here we come.
Come on, move along! Move! Move!
This may be our chance. You're probably right.
What's coming off?
Stop those two.
No, Jason.
Tiny. Sorry, Tiny. You look like all the rest.
Hurry! Look, it's Mark. We've got to do something. That dynamite will go up any second. There's no time.
Maybe not much, but some.
Strange. Why does it look so familiar? Wait!
It may be a trap.
Who gave me the all clear?
Sir, I think we've marched into a trap. Let's do an about-face and get out.
Idiots!
What's that?
You were tricked.
The real Zoltar.
They made you think you were flying. You were standing still.
Where did they take us? They didn't take us anywhere. No place at all. I
could have sworn I'd seen a hole just like that somewhere else.
Naturally, we've been double-crossed. That's the hole I made before. Still, we're no worse off than we were. Hey, big guy with a beard. Stay away from those walls, you hear? At least I have you.
All aboard? Tiny!
Leave him alone. There's no hurry. He'll be along.
Tiny still feels sad for his friend. So do I. You always know the good guys. But now it's time to put all that in the past. Off comes the camouflage, and the Phoenix is as good as new. But then, why shouldn't it be? It hasn't gone anywhere. I don't know about you, but when I go through something like that great deception, I get very nervous, and I've got to get away for a few seconds. Best thing I've found so far is to take a little ride. You'd be surprised how calming it is, just going up and down. Sort of gives my oscillator relays a shaking up and settles my thermistor. There, that's better. That should settle me down enough so I can take a comfortable 10-second oil break. Another day and another defeat for Spectra. But they'll be back, and why did I have to think of that? Now my thermistor's pumping like mad again.